Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 6 starts now.
Surveillance video captures a small plane crash in DeKalb County. What we know about the two men who were on board.
Safety issues mean a Rockford summertime tradition is on hold for the week. We'll tell you what prompted the pause.
And there's no back-to-school tax holiday in Illinois this year. We check out some of the best buys for school supplies. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. As we reach the tail end of our dangerous but short heat wave, we've got some more extreme weather to worry about. That's the potential for heavy rain, maybe wind and hail too. With
the intense heat this afternoon and the threat of storms, Rockford City Market is canceled tonight. Let's head back over to Jordan, who is tracking the latest. Jordan?
Yeah, that's right, guys. As you mentioned, kind of what we're looking for the rest of the evening with the severe weather threat. Some of these storms already starting to fire up, as I mentioned just a moment ago. A lot of lightning and really not a whole lot of activity until very, very recently. That's because these storms, again, as I mentioned a moment ago, just in their very beginning stages, they will continue to grow upscale in the atmosphere with their updrafts, but also expanding vertically and horizontally, helping to produce some of these stronger wind gusts with the bowed line segment that I anticipate to work its way through over the next couple of hours. We're going to write to Futurecast now, and this is kind of what we're looking at with a computer model of what we could see over the next couple of hours. Already the storms across parts of Iowa starting to drift a little bit further off to our south, and then eventually becoming more of a cluster or a bowed out line segment over the next few hours. It does appear that the storms that we are going to be monitoring the move through our area are at least the ones that are starting off in parts of Iowa right now. They are going up in a very, very unstable atmosphere, but are drifting into an even more unstable atmosphere in our area as well. That's where we're going to be continuing to see some of these storms hold their strength a little bit longer. Along with the wind and hail threat, we also could see a brief tornado or two. That threat is a little bit lower because there's not a lot of wind shear, changes in wind direction and speed when you get a little bit closer off to the surface. But there is a lot further up in the atmosphere, which is helping to support some of these updrafts over the next few hours. Our main threats that we are going to be watching, again, the main threat is going to be the damaging wind gusts, but also needing to be concerned with the damaging wind and hail also as well. The very, very slow threat for some tornadoes, and also another major threat that we could be watching the rest of the evening tonight is going to be some flash flooding concerns. If these storms follow the exact path of the one right before it, could be producing some pretty significant rainfall rates at times, which could enhance that threat for that flash flooding. There is a level 3 out of 5 risk for severe weather. That's an enhanced risk from the Storm Prediction Center that lasts through the rest of the evening tonight. I'll continue to time out these storms and let you know what the rest of the evening holds and the weekend holds, and when we see eventually the heat and humidity leave the area, all that coming up in my full forecast in just a little bit.
All right, we'll check back with you in a bit. Thanks, Jordan. Beloit Police respond after a teenager is accidentally shot. The incident happened last night near Highland Avenue and 8th Street. Police found a 14-year-old in the front lawn of a home with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. A loaded handgun was also discovered. Police say this is an important reminder to exercise responsible firearm ownership and gun safety. The teen is expected to recover.
Police arrest a 32-year-old Poplar Grove man they say had child pornography. Investigators got a tip someone downloaded explicit content in the village. The Boone County Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force looked into it. They executed a search warrant at David Cardenas' home. Officers recovered his phone and other devices. Cardenas is in custody at the Boone County Jail. He's charged with 5 counts of possession of child pornography. Police say there could be more charges.
We're getting a new look at a DeKalb County plane crash that left 2 men hurt. Surveillance video captured the moment the small plane crashed. This happened yesterday afternoon in Cortland, about a mile from DeKalb-Taylor Municipal Airport. The pilot, 34-year-old Drew Meyer, and his passenger, 34-year-old Bennett Hatfield, are from Indiana. The plane was flying from Evansville to DeKalb. Firefighters say it's not the first time a plane has gone down in a field near the airport.
Probably about 7 years ago, we had a plane actually go down a little further, and then this spring winter we had a plane crash as they also lost an engine and landed in a field just east of town.
No word right now on the extent of the injuries, but officials do say the 2 men were conscious when they were taken to the hospital. The FAA is looking into the cause of the crash.
More plain concrete walls in Rockford get a new look. It's the 4th year for the Rockford Area Convention and Visitors Bureau's creative mural project. A project focused on bringing 9 new designs to the city in 2023. This one's being created on a retaining wall near Auburn High School. The artist, Anthony Llewellyn, says the canvas is a little different than he's used to.
I don't know if it has a literal meaning. It's kind of more artistically symbolic. It's sort of just meant to evoke a sense of wonder and curiosity and, exploration, and just to be kind of something that's very visually interesting. It's a very unique space. I mean, if you think in terms of most compositions in art, they're not usually really super long and skinny like this.
Anthony was a part of Creative last year. This is his third mural this year. You may have noticed his other 2. They're just down Auburn from this one, a little closer to Kilburn.
The Discovery Center Museum invited children's musician Jim Gill to play a couple of concerts for a family fun day. Jim's a Rockford native who says he learned some of the skills he uses today when he worked at the Discovery Center as a teen. He describes his concert as music play. Kids, parents, and everyone in the audience is encouraged to sing, dance, and move along to the music.
Banjo, and I sort of bang out a banjo. And the idea is if they're clap along and sing along songs, everybody's helping me make the music, right? So I'm kind of leading the songs, but everybody is helping me make the music by singing and clapping and stamping their feet.
The Discovery Center will host their 9th and final Family Fun Day of the summer next Friday, August 4th. In just over a month, Stateline students will begin to return to the classroom. For parents, that means back to school shopping.
Jess Lipson spent the day searching for supply deals to make your job a little easier.
I might do 4 or 5 different stores, Target, Walmart, Myers, you know what I mean?
Dana Bratton is not alone as he looks for the best deals for school supplies. As we make our way closer to the school year, the rush is on.
Supplies, especially elementary with all the cleaning and wipes and everything. High school is so much easier. It's basically pens, some notebooks, and Chromebook.
If you're looking for a standard 24-pack of No. 2 pencils, your best bet is Walmart, where you can pick them up for 97 cents. Walmart also has the best price on a 10-pack of Bic pens, coming in at $1.27. As for crayons, most stores have the set price of 50 cents.
Maybe good to get the pencils and the markers or the rulers or whatever. Then the 16-year-old, obviously, she needs different from the 11-year-old. A lot of artsy type deals.
Single subject notebooks are cheapest at Meijer for 35 cents. Scissors will cost you about $1 at Meijer or Office Depot. Elmer's glue in most stores will come in at 50 cents.
I'm a one-spot shopper. High school, not a lot. If I was done elementary, for sure I scouted all over.
As for a pencil box, you can find just under $1 in most stores, with 97 cents at Walmart being the most affordable. And the standard 12-inch ruler's best price will be about 49 cents at Meijer. For some, back-to-school shopping is about finding the best deals. Others go for quality. And some now go online to save time.
Around 14, it got easy. Because basically all she needs is the bare necessities, and then of course clothes. See, that's where it flips. They start caring more about how they look.
Reporting in Rockford for your home team, I'm Jess Lipson.
Another thing to keep in mind, Illinois does not have a school supply sales tax holiday this year. However, if you pick the right numbers on your Mega Millions ticket, looking for sales could be a thing of the past. Nearly $1 billion is up for grabs in tonight's Mega Millions drawing. It's $940 million. That's the 5th largest Mega Millions jackpot in lottery history. Last year, a winning ticket in Des Plaines brought $1.3 billion to 2 people. That's the largest lottery prize ever won in Illinois. We'll have the winning numbers for you tonight at 10.
Well, we aren't the only ones who find it hard to work in the heat. Honeybees get hot too. They'll fly out of the hive when it gets too hot inside, and bees will fan themselves inside the hive. But all this heat isn't helping their food supply either.
In our observation hive, we had a full frame of honey at the top of the hive. And when we've had these rain showers, we've not been getting them right here at the pollinarium. They have started eating their honey. So they use the honey when they can't find nectar and food outside.
You can help bees cool down by doing a few simple things in your backyard. Deem says keeping a bowl of water with stones or glass beads for them to stand on helps bees cool down. She says keeping flowers in your yard is the best thing you can do to help increase bee populations.
A group of 30 investors from all over the world visit Rockford to learn more about economic opportunities in the area.
Coming up, we'll tell you what their plans are while they're in town.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Leber, and meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Rockford welcomes a group of international visitors to the city.
The 30 investors from Spain, Panama, Colombia, Mexico, and Venezuela are looking for business opportunities. The group spent the day touring Rockford. That included a stop at a historic home on May Street. Another international investor bought and preserved the property. Group members also met with Mayor Tom McNamara. McNamara says he shared his vision and plans for Rockford.
So this is critical, right? I mean, to really grow your community, make it a community that everyone is proud of, you need to have more investment and to have folks who are coming internationally who want to invest in our community and who, by the way, already have and have done a phenomenal job in doing it and really making properties world-class properties is just really exciting.
The group wraps up its trip tomorrow with a Latin American cookout at another historic property.
Governor Pritzker signs a bill banning e-cigarettes in public spaces. It will apply to all public places in Illinois where smoking's already banned. That law passed in 2008. It's now amended to include electronic smoking devices. Supporters say it will help protect non-smokers from harmful secondhand smoke from e-cigarettes, which has been linked to everything from asthma to heart and lung disease. The law goes into effect January 1st.
Governor Pritzker also signs a bill putting mandatory supervised release reforms in place. The bill increases education credits to give former prisoners incentives to further their education. It streamlines the process for early termination and allows an individualized approach to supervision. It also expands virtual reporting to reduce work interruptions. Rapper Meek Mill, who's had struggles with the criminal justice system, joined Pritzker for the signing.
It's my legacy, you know. Before all I had was music, and I helped inspire a lot of people, get them through a lot of times. But now, you know, I got something real that I actually could say that I do. Besides, like, got my mom out the hood, is I actually help change laws and help get people out of prison that don't belong in prison.
That new law goes into effect January 1st.
Along with the heat, we're also under a severe weather threat.
Coming up, Jordan tells us what to watch out for and when we can expect conditions to improve. He's up next with the forecast.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
The clouds have quickly begun to fill in across the state line over the last few hours with some of the unstable air that we have over our area. That's going to help to provide some energy for these thunderstorms to start developing very quickly. We have already seen some just off to the northwest. All that cloud cover, though, is kind of capable of what we're seeing with some of this unstable air mass that's in place. We've already seen quite a bit of development off to our north and northwest. Couple of different severe thunderstorm warnings as well as additional tornado warnings near the Waterloo area. Just to our northwest, that's where we see a severe thunderstorm warning just to the north of the Dubuque area. All of this gradually going to work its way closer to our area over the next couple of hours. We take a look with a different satellite view, and this is kind of where we see some of this cloud cover. That's where we see really the line of all these storms that are starting to go up. That's where the instability is really showing off with some of these storms that have begun to fire up. We see where the instability also lies, though, when we look further off to the east. All of this cloud cover helping to show where that unstable air mass is characterized. And just off of Lake Michigan, we can see a lake breeze also beginning to develop that could start to fire off a few thunderstorms off across parts of northeastern Illinois. We go right to a computer model now, and this is just something, a rule of thumb, that this is a computer model. This is not exactly predicting the future, but just a general idea of what we could see over the next couple of hours. We already see those clusters of storms up to our north and our northwest. Those continue to fill in further off to the south and the southeast over the next few hours. That's going to be our main area of concern that we're watching over the next few hours for the additional threat of the severe weather to develop and move into our area. That cluster then forms a bowed out segment as it continues to work its way through the area. Then we still see some of that additional development behind the initial wave over the next few hours and even toward the midnight hour before things start to clear out once we get into the early hours of tomorrow morning. There is a level 3 out of 5 severe risk from the Storm Prediction Center. That's an enhanced risk that encompasses the entire state line, almost centered directly over us. These are the main threats that we are going to be watching for the rest of the evening tonight. I already mentioned the damaging wind gusts, also large hail and a very, very isolated chance of a tornado. We've already seen a reported tornado across parts of Iowa with some similar instability areas. And we also need to watch out for some very, very heavy rainfall because there's a lot of moisture on the surface, and that's going to help to provide a lot of that moisture and a lot of the rainfall that we could be seeing later on tonight. Dew points are in around the 80-degree mark, and that's allowing for temperatures to be in the 90s. And the temperatures and dew points, as warm as they are, is allowing for our heat index values to be well above 100 in a couple spots. A heat advisory for the entire state line goes until 9 p.m. tonight. And then we have an excessive heat warning that is out for Whiteside and Lee counties that also goes until 9 p.m. tonight. So still concerned with the heat and the humidity in the short term, making sure we're staying hydrated, but also staying weather aware for the storms that come in over the next few hours. The good news is that once we get into the weekend, we get things that calm down and quiet down quite a bit. Temperatures a little bit cooler, and then we do return back to the mid and upper 80s in the middle of next week.
Looking good. Thanks, Jordan.
Scott's in next with sports. The White Sox have shipped out another starting pitcher before the trade deadline.
And we'll see which athletes are leading after day one of the Greater Rockford Men's and Women's Golf Classic.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
2/5 of the White Sox starting rotation has been dealt now. Lucas Giolito was the first to go earlier in the week to the Angels. Now Lance Lynn goes to LA's other team. He's a Dodger now. Lynn and relief pitcher Joe Kelly have been traded for outfielder Trace Thompson and 2 minor league pitchers. Lynn had a couple good outings this season, but for the most part he has struggled. His ERA is well over 6, and in his last outing Wednesday night he gave up 7 runs to the Cubs. His struggles, his age, and the fact he's heading for free agency all made it easy for the White Sox to part with him. Also today, the Sox sent reliever Kendall Graveman to the Astros for a minor league pitcher. The Cubs keep stacking wins, and they're going to go for a 7th straight tonight in St. Louis. Their 10-3 win last night over the Cardinals has pushed the Cubs back to the 500 mark. From 5.5 games behind the first-place Brewers, 4 games behind the Reds. The best test of the summer for our local golfers is underway. The 3-day, 3-course Greater Rockford Men's and Women's Golf Classic teed off today. The action was held at Ingersoll Golf Course, and it was a scorcher out there, but that wouldn't stop the putts from dropping. Danny Gorman here looking for his first win in this event, and birdie putts like this on the 4th hole sure helped. He's sitting at even par heading into round 2. Defending champion TJ Baker finds himself in the mix. It was par saves like this one on the 1st hole that led him to shoot a 1 under 71. Cody Reimer has played some great golf this year, and that continued today. He shot a 70 and currently sits in 4th place. But Robert Dolfelmeyer is a man on a mission. He's hot off a win at the Altman Cup, and he kept adding more circles on the scoreboard today. On the scorecard, like that one at the 11th, he shot a 9 under 62. That's just 1 shy of the course record. He is 3 strokes ahead of 2nd place Jake Goosey heading into round 2. Now over to the action in the Women's Classic. Ella Greenberg trying to make it back-to-back wins in this event. She shot a 76, and that leaves her 4 shots out of 1st place. Her sister Eva Greenberg is just a few strokes ahead. She shot a 1 over 73. But it's Kayla Seilen out front for the women after round 1. She had some big par saves, like this one on the 5th hole. Nice chip there. She is tied for 1st place with Gabby Hammond. Both shot an even par 72. Tomorrow it's on to Sandy Hollow for both the women and the men. That's sports. We'll be right back.
A lot going on with the weather today. In addition to the heat that we've had the last couple days, now we could have some storms.
Right, and we're already monitoring some of the storms that have been really starting to go up across parts of Iowa. Those will eventually slowly drift our way. So that's kind of what we're looking at. We're looking at the storms that have already started to fire, and those are the ones that we're kind of keeping an eye on as we get the rest of the way into the evening tonight. The first one, interactive radar from Rockford Auto Glass and More, starting to show at least a few of those popping up once we get toward the end of that loop there. That's the storms that are going to be slowly drifting our way further off to the south as we get later on into the night tonight. Most recently, just a moment ago, the printer went off and said that there's a severe thunderstorm watch that just got issued for our southern Wisconsin counties that goes until midnight tonight. That includes Green, Rock, and Walworth County in southern Wisconsin, in addition to the other watches that were further off to the west of that one. Right now there is no watch out for northern Illinois, but I would be imagining that there'd probably be another watch coming out within the next couple of hours as storm development continues here shortly. Now the good news is though, after these storms tonight, we are actually a lot cooler and a lot calmer once we get into the rest of the weekend. Still a chance early tomorrow, but things looking a lot better once we get to the back half of the week.
It's nice to see no 90s for a while.
Yes.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thanks for watching.
Stay safe.